Alright, so this is my fan clutch on the Dodge 2500 with the diesel. Down in there, I had problems with the cooling system the other day. Coming back from New Jersey, the truck would warm up, cool down, and haven't heard the fan come on quite a while. Usually it just comes on when it gets hot, but pulling hills and stuff like that, it wasn't coming on. So you can check your codes on your cluster by cycling the key 3 times on your truck. So we're going to cycle this key and we'll see what we get. P0483 is what came up. Now when I checked that with the scanner, it doesn't show up. That's because that's a soft code. So that code's for, it's like your computer doesn't see the fan spinning at the correct speed. There's a sensor in that clutch fan, and it's not syncing up with what the computer thinks it should be at. So there's been issues with like broken wires and stuff. A lot of people said they go through like some high water or something like that, and it'll push the wires into the fan blade. I was able to reach out and stop the fan while the engine was running by hand.
So you can see I'm able to stop the clutch fan with my hand. It was barely spinning.
So to remove the fan clutch, we're going to remove, there's 4 nuts, 13 millimeter. These hold the fan shroud on. Already loosened these up. Now we're going to get that off the studs.
Up a little bit. Now we'll go down the bottom. Do the same thing. There's 2 nuts down there. Here's another 13 millimeter nut. There's one over here also. This is the electrical connector. It's on the driver's side. And got this bracket that looks like a 10 millimeter bolt on there holding that on. There's the other nut. Now we can collapse this. It looks like I better unbolt that 10 millimeter just to pull this bracket out of the way.
Alright, so now we can work on getting that nut broke free. There is a fan clutch tool that'll grab that nut because you need a wrench that's pretty thin. And then you also need a tool that'll grab the pulley so the pulley doesn't spin. So this is a normal thread, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So the fan you need to go to the left with it counterclockwise. I don't have that tool, so this isn't something you do pretty often. So this is probably, I don't know if you want to call it old school or if you're in a jam or something. what you can do is you take a chisel, an air hammer, something like that, and you put it on the edge of the flat. So what I did was I got a bunch of half-inch extensions and a flat chisel. So I just stuck the flat chisel in the end of the extension. I taped it in there so I don't got to keep chasing it if it falls off. And you put it right on the flat in the direction you want to go, and you give it a whack with a hammer, and that'll break it free. The best way to do it's with the wrench and that backup tool to hold the pulley. But if you're in a pinch or something, this will also get the job done, and then you could just spin the pulley off. Okay, now there's 6 bolts that hold the fan onto the fan clutch. Then you can pull the fan off. And I'm gonna never seize these. There wasn't an issue. They're 13mm also. Good news. I don't know if that's normal, but a little looser. It's a little different design than the replacement. Replacement's got a connector on it right there. This piece is solid, where this one's 2 pieces. This has a lifetime warranty. I got this through Napa. So we'll see how this one holds up. And this guard's a little bit bigger on this one too. So like I said, I'm gonna just never seize them.
Feeling pretty good right now. I've got another project coming up. Jeep Grand Cherokee I bought has a 249 transfer case with it's got a viscous coupler in it for the all-wheel drive. That viscous coupler went bad. And common swap is to do a 242. New process 242 out of a similar Jeep. So I picked one of them up actually on Thanksgiving Day. And I'm going to put that in rather than replace that viscous coupler because that thing is like $400 and I got this transfer case for $100. So then I'll just snug these up by hand. See a lot of people use electric impacts for everything, and still you don't know if you got them tight or not, so just check everything by hand. Should actually get torqued, but this will be fine. Now we can fish it back in, thread it on, put the fan shroud back on, and we'll clear the codes and see if the soft code comes back on. So let's push this down through here.
one feels much better than the other one. I'm not going to try to stab that with my hand.
Alright. Now I'll go down below and try to pull it in the rest of the way. Hopefully the wires are alright. Slowly coming out of it. Alright.
Oh, check that out. I didn't see that. This has been rubbing. It's wore through. Over on this side too. Huh. Interesting. Clip on there. Second one. This one. Stick it over in here like that. It clears. Put this millimeter back in here. Maybe. I don't like how the wires are exposed like this. I'm going to put something around them. These are going to bounce around and rub through. So I'll see if I got a piece of loom, or I'll put a piece of hose around it or something. Don't need them rubbing through on this. Put a couple of nuts back on the upper shroud. And we should be done. That wasn't too bad. Could definitely get it done faster the next time. Like normal. Huge difference now. That air is really coming out now. So the viscous part of the fan was bad. Not so much the electrical part, but the viscous part. That viscous fluid in there, I don't know. Ridiculous amount of air coming out now.